Hello and welcome to another Sunday Songwriter stream. Very excited for today's show. We haven't yet shown up on Facebook, which is a little disconcerting. I'm just going to double check again. All right, it's not there on my page yet. So we are live on Twitch and YouTube at least, and I'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, so I hope everyone's doing really, really well this afternoon slash evening, and looking forward to playing some music for you here on the internet. So I guess I'll go ahead and play you a song, and we'll see if we show up on Facebook momentarily. Um, so here we go. Yeah, what are we doing? So today is sort of a semi-Valentine's-y themed show. So I'll play you a song that I was playing earlier today with one of my students. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary, and E is even more than anyone that you adore, and love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Lewandowski will be on the show. Oh, Olivia, I'm glad I know. V is Valentine's, which we won't talk about too much, and E is everybody in the room. I love you so much, and Alice, love is all that I can give to you. Oh, love's more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me, and love was made for me, and love was made for me and you. All right. I was not planning that, and it went surprisingly well. I've never introduced my guests by way of a musical interlude before. And before I do really officially introduce them, I'm going to double check on Facebook one more time and see if we are live. Oh, Facebook, why do you forsake me? All right, well, I hope our Facebook audience is able to find us on the other channels. I will certainly hear about it if they cannot find us. But we do have the chat open. So if you are watching and you'd like to say hello, you can do that. And actually, you know what? I'm going to just confirm that we're really officially live on my other channels, because that's important. Because if we're going to play all this music and you don't see us, it will be sad. It will be very sad. Okay. Oh yeah, we're definitely live on the YouTube. So if you want to grab that YouTube link and put it up on your channels, that would be a super big help. And I'm going to do that too, because I can, right? So I'm going to go to YouTube and just do the thing. Yeah. It is this link right here. Gonna grab it and put it up here. So now there's a link on Facebook, and I gotta go share that to my Facebook page because why not? Might as well get it on all the places while I'm doing this. All right. Here we are. So I'm happy that YouTube is reliable today, and I think we're also having good luck with Twitch. It's just Facebook. Who knows? Anyway, welcome to the show. And I was thinking about Valentine's Day, and I decided to dress up. So I'm wearing like a nice dress today, but I've also got my jean jacket because I was feeling like Madonna end of Material Girl video vibes. And I was thinking about one year I dressed up. I wore like a red skirt on Valentine's Day, and some mean boy said to me, "Oh, you're all dressed up like you're looking for a date." And it made me feel so self-conscious that I never dressed up for Valentine's Day again until I was a fully fledged adult. And then I dressed up like a Cupid for the Boston Swing Central dance and delivered Valentine's to everyone. Because I learned to march to the beat of a different drummer. And speaking of marching to the beat of a different drummer, today's guest is someone who I would say doesn't just march to the beat of a different drummer. She wrests the drum away and beats her own beat and makes a band so cool that everybody else wants to join. She's got an amazing Patreon project, a songography, in which she publishes an original new song every month and has basically composed a musical. And I'll let her tell you more about that. And that is my friend Olivia Brownlee. Here she is. Woohoo!
That was an awesome introduction.
Hooray! I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you. Well, you dressed up fancy, and apparently I dressed up French. So I'll start off in French for you here.
Awesome.
J'attendrai le jour et la nuit, j'attendrai toujours ton retour. J'attendrai car l'oiseau qui s'enfuit vient chercher l'oubli dans son nid. Les temps passent courent en battant tristement dans son cœur si lourd. Et pourtant, j'attendrai ton retour. J'attendrai les jours et la nuit, j'attendrai toujours ton retour. J'attendrai car l'oiseau qui s'enfuit vient chercher l'oubli dans son nid. Les temps passent courent en battant tristement dans son cœur si lourd. Et pourtant, j'attendrai ton retour, ton retour, ton retour, mes amis.
Woohoo! Very nice. Je t'aime. Wait, I just said I love you. I meant to
Yes.
say I love it, but my French is uh not
Mon
c'est
français
bon.
est malade.
C'est non bon. Je ne parle français très bien.
Très bien.
uh, speaking of je t'aime, let's get je t'aime on screen with us here. So we have another special guest today, which is very exciting. I was supposed to have live in the studio with me today, but life didn't go that way. So joining us remotely all the way from Minnesota via the internet, here is my frequent collaborator and Olivia's frequent collaborator, and both of our very, very good friend, Tim Lewandowski. Ta-da! Hello, Tim.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing all right,
Oh,
despite all
thank you
the
for
technical.
having me. Thank you for having me, Dare. I really appreciate the opportunity to participate in this live stream.
Are you talking in a Minnesota way?
Oh yeah, for sure. You betcha.
Oh, very good. Très bien. I don't know
But
what.
seriously, I'm really sad that I can't make it, and thank you for having me.
We will do it
Join
another week.
remotely. I'm sure we will have plenty of opportunities.
Yes, I hope so.
It seems like you have made it. So today, what I'm saying is, you're here, you're with us, you're making noise.
Except I don't have my trombone, which is an
But
important part of the
you
music
wore
live stream.
trombones.
I did wear trombones.
Trombone shirt. Woo!
Trombone shorty shirt.
Nice. Excellent. So I was going to play a song that is on my music stand, which is just over there. So I'm going to have to save that song till after Olivia plays another song, but we'll get there eventually. How are you all doing today? How's our audience doing today? Erica Risti, hello. She says très bien, and she says Tim. And we'll just share that. Ta-da. Right. Hi, Erica. Thanks for tuning in. You all may remember Erica was my guest about a month ago already. A while ago. And she had the accordion and the saxophone. It was pretty amazing. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your songography, Olivia.
Okay. Well, you set it up really well. I've been recording a song a month, recording and releasing a song a month, up till recently in a different studio every month, since October 2014. So Tim here was one of my earliest patrons on Patreon. got in there, I think, in the first couple of months, right?
I did, and I can certainly vouch for the quality. And I've seen a lot of Patreons come and go, but Olivia has been keeping her strong and definitely making a go at a new business model. And I think it's in some ways it is the business model of the future, that rather than big honking albums, having more of a that are released once every 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years, having a more consistent and more adaptable flow of music.
So for folks who are listening, I mean, by now I think Patreon is almost a household word, but maybe not. So Patreon, which has the word patron sort of hidden in it, or not so hidden, is a place where artists like myself and Olivia can share whatever we're making, and there's people up there doing comics and illustration and podcasting and
Cooking
ukulele
shows
lessons and live shows and other things. And it's a great way for people to support artists they love by giving $1 a month or $5 a month or $5 a thing or whatever. You can pretty much choose the amount you want to contribute, and it's really, really cool. And Olivia's Patreon is one of the best.
Huzzah! And that is partially because both of these artists today are featured on it. So
that's true. I was so stoked. I got to sing. I got to play the part of the pirate lady in one of Olivia's songs. So
you were great. It was good. It was a good second line attempt by Olivia Brownlee, who had never written a second line song before. I feel proud.
I like
Are you singing a song for us, Amy?
Oh, yes, it's my turn to play a song. Yes, I will do that now. So what am I going to play? Do you have any requests?
I don't know if you do the song that I always want to hear.
What's the song you always want to
I
hear?
always want to hear Like a Boss. I know that it's kind of post Me
Oh.
Too, and it's not really you actually have been one of my role models in how to be culturally tuned in which songs are because we all write songs that we feel are like top of our repertoire, but then suddenly society changes a little bit and it's like maybe I'll shelve that one for a while. And last time I requested that song, you were like, that one's a little bit on the shelf in the post Me Too world, but I can't help loving it.
I'd be happy to play Like a Boss, but I'm going to grab my lyrics before I do so because it's been on the shelf long enough that I'm not sure I'll remember the second half of the song.
Mm-hmm.
So in the meantime, maybe I'll play something that's a little fresher in my mind, and then while you're playing, I'm going to go grab all my music stand and stuff. So
Perfect.
yeah. And by the way, audience, folks who are watching, please do put your requests in the comments if you have requests, and we will. Erica says Like a Boss. Okay, well, we're gonna just like put that one. It's on the list for sure, and then I'll let Tim request songs, and he'll request songs that are like totally inappropriate.
Yes.
Maybe.
I've been doing a deep
I
dive today on filthy
I
old
have
songs.
I have a list of appropriate songs and a list of inappropriate songs.
Well, we do have children potentially watching the show today.
Good to know.
At least one
Appropriate children or
6-year-old.
inappropriate children?
At least one 6-year-old who I know of may in fact be watching. So yeah. So if she's out there, hi Ari. And also if he's watching, hi John, who's not 6. Um all right. Well, I'll play something. Let's see. I don't know what I want to do. I guess keeping with the love song theme, we'll do in songs of old, the lovers spoon underneath the harvest moon, though they know all the while that the moon is subject to change. Be that fickle moon above is a symbol of our fickle love. So coming from me, this may sound mighty strange. I think you could be the one and only one for me, assuming no one better comes along. I won't beg you to be true, I only wanna be with you and sing my non-committal love song. Let's not say forever, let's just stay together indefinitely. We might be a pretty good match. And let's face it, I'm a catch, so you'd better hurry up and reel me in. I'm not looking for a ring, I'm really not the type to cling. Just say you want me in your arms again. I'm the type who'd never cramp your style. Seems that someday soon we could be walking down the aisle. But don't count on it, listen up, I'm dropping hints. You could be my charming prince, and I should know from frogs I've kissed my share. Oh, darling, I think you're the best. At least you're pretty good, I guess. So find a way to show me that you care. Let's not say forever, let's just stay together indefinitely. I think you could be the one and only one for me, assuming no one better comes along. I won't beg you to be true, I only wanna be with you and sing my non-committal love song. That's the non-committal love song. Hey, oh Olivia, can I mention you are kind of drifting off of
Oh,
the
right.
screen
I
as you're the
I was
center
trying
of
to
the.
fill in the white space when I'm full screen,
Oh,
but
right.
I'll stay in the middle when we're scrunched together like this, and I'll scoot over when we're not.
Perfect. And now Tim is disappearing. Tim, you look like you're at a pool.
Yeah, actually, this is my childhood bedroom, and actually, no, I don't wish I was at a pool. I went skiing for 15 kilometers today. I'm very happy to be in the snow, but you can still
Ooh.
see the glow in the dark stars on the ceiling from when I was a kid. So
That's awesome. I think we all had those at some point. I had them in my dorm room in college.
I'm sure there was like some material science advance that like that and scratch and sniff stickers came out about the same time. And I feel
Oh,
like
right.
there was something changed about the technology that like made it, oh, we can make these for really cheap and sell them to like literally every kid.
Everybody.
I will beg to disagree. So geologically, they came out around the same time, but scratch and sniff stickers were a big thing when I was a wee first grader. And I have a folder. I can still prove it to you. Folder covered in scratch and sniff stickers,
Do
from
they?
way back. But the glow in the dark stars, I feel like came out more around 1990 ish. Rather than 1980-ish, and so I'm admitting to being very aged here, but so anyway, I always, I have to like get on my I know all about the pop culture of the 80s and 90s Gen X podium, and then people are like, how old are you anyway?
Back in
But
my day.
American murder, yeah, exactly. I've decided I think I'm the age of Della Duck. So if you've been watching the new Disney DuckTales revival on Disney Plus, there's the Huey, Dewey, and Louie are the main characters, and then like there's Donald Duck, who's their dad, or no, not their dad, their uncle. Sorry, Uncle
Right.
Donald. Of course, we don't know who their dad is.
Right.
I want to know who their dad is. But in a flashback sequence, Donald is wearing what I'm pretty sure is supposed to be a Nirvana T-shirt, and so I'm like, okay, so Donald was a teenager in the 90s, and Della is just like a couple years older than Donald. I was like, all right, Della, and she's super cool. Della is Donald's sister. Anyway, that's enough of my cartoon ranting for today, because I always go off on these cartoon tangents while I'm doing this show.
Huh.
Amy,
And
I
we
was
have,
thinking you've spent so much, like you've certainly put so much work into that studio and work in that studio. Does it have a name? I feel like it needs a fancy name.
indeed, this is Studio 51.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
it's like Studio 54 meets Area 51. Studio 51
That's delightfully appropriate.
is. And it's my address, so it
Yes.
makes sense. But
You've been at that place a long time.
I have been at this place a long time. Yes. Uh yeah, during the pandemic, we repainted the basement and I set it up as a studio, so now I do all my work down here and
Excellent.
get as reasonably good internet down here too. Anyway,
You,
we should have some more music. Olivia, do you have another song you'd like to play?
oh, I reckon I'll do one of the inner pirate songs.
Ooh, hooray!
So
Pirate.
yeah,
I was going to request one of those. Or
yeah.
wait, yeah, I was going to request the one where Ginny wants to be Maria. Is
Ginny
that this
pretends to
one?
be Maria.
Yeah.
That is not what I was going to
Okay.
play. But I could.
Play the one you're going to play. We have plenty of
Okay,
time for
okay,
more
yeah.
songs.
And I'll just give some background. Amy mentioned that I released a musical last year, and it is, in fact, a 10-song musical about my inner housewife and my inner pirate. You know, I've talked to a lot of people actually in the course of writing this musical about inner family systems, these different archetypes that we create to define the different facets of ourselves. because sometimes our facets are at war with each other, and it's very stressful.
I feel like
So
my brain includes like an 11-year-old boy and also this like tiny harried librarian who like tries to keep sense of everything but can't ever find the books she's looking for. Anyway, so please go on with your story.
no, now I want to hear Tim's.
Uh, I mean, like, I think that this is maybe going to be a little um, heavier than the conversation was going, but I've been meeting Solitary Tim
Huh.
for recently. Um, you know, kind of the grumpy, picky person that, um, yeah, that I don't think anybody else is going to like.
Hmm.
I think that person's pretty awesome.
I do too. I've been on road trips
I'm
with him.
not entirely sure that you two have probably met him occasionally, but he doesn't come out very much.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I'd love to see more of that. And I would love to invite anybody who's watching to drop their inner family archetypes into the chat, because this stuff really interests me. Like my inner housewife, she's really sweet. She's kind of, the stereotypical loves being barefoot in the kitchen with an apron and humming to herself while she cooks. And then my inner pirate is like, no, stop it, go out, adventure, make things, make wonderful things, and keep creating things. Don't get stuck at home with your anchors. So this is a song that my inner pirate, whose name is Maria, she sings it to the inner housewife as a kind of a cautionary tale.
All right, let's hear it.
I see you found a fissure, a little handhold, hand to hold, a little tittle for your cattle, a little comfort for your cold. There's an able at your table, big Brutus in your bed. I bet all this wine and dine's gone straight to your head. It's quiet in the kitchen, something funky's in the air. There's a seal in your smile, there's a death trap in your hair. You can put on your black teddy, I'm a putting on my cape. You plan the meal, I'll plan the escape. Hell, you've been alone a lot, I guess it may pique your mood. You can soothe his weathered forehead, you can cook and feed him food. You can touch, forgive, and grace him with that sweet fragility. But while you indulge, baby, don't you forget about me. We'll take the tree line to the river, we can cover up our tracks, put some miles between the cloying scene before we finally relax. The floor of your obsession is just littered with red tape. You plan the meal, I'll plan the escape. Come with me, you, come with me, you. See, the gate's been left wide open. We are tangled up in eyes and arms. You can't even sense we're choking. The faster burns, the harder fire. You barely know his name. And when at last we both expire, we'll both be held to blame. Got crocodile muscles for them crocodile tears. Just disengage yourself, my friend, before the months turn into years. He'll find a way to feed himself, and baby, you got you. Well, just duck under the wire for the fire eats you away too. Dream of toast and wine and clover. Dream of wedding velvet cake, snuggle Go closer to your lover while I'm lying here awake. You can't see, you can't breathe, you don't wanna believe, can't conceive of what's at stake. You plan the meal, I'll plan the escape.
Woohoo! Very nice. I like that song.
Bada boom. Thanks. Me too. It's okay to like your own songs, right? Yeah, like a boss.
So I still didn't find the lyrics for that one, but I have a different song I was gonna play today. So I'll just jump right to it if you don't mind. Since we got Tim here today, I thought, Tim doesn't have his instruments with him, but there's no reason I can't showcase Tim's abilities as a co-writer. And this is not the one you think I'm going to play either. So Tim and I have collaborated on a handful of songs at this point. And usually he takes the role of sort of horn arranger and helps me get the musical structure. But we've more recently, and this is going back like to the beginning of the pandemic, we've like actually put our minds together on the lyrical part of the song. And so since Olivia is dressed like a French girl today, I thought I would play this song, which starts out with an idea about the French Revolution. And so now you know what I'm talking about, probably. So I don't remember how this all started, except that I said I really liked the number 12 because you could divide it by both an odd and an even number. And then Tim said,
And I said there's actually a mathematical term for that, which is a smooth number. Smooth number is a number that you can divide by a lot of different things evenly, and this is why we have 360 degrees in a circle. It's why we have 12 months in a year. Part of the reason we have 12 months in a year. It's why Mesopotamian number systems were in base 60, because it actually took a while before people realized, like, oh, we don't need to divide things into even parts all the time. And so if you found an affinity for the numbers 6 or 12 or 24 or 60 or 360, like, there's a name for that. Smooth number.
smooth number. Erica says smooth maths. And I missed a comment from Erica before, which she gave you a nice compliment. She said, Olivia, that was awesome. You rock. So hooray. Thank you. Um, Anyway, and I should also mention, I totally forgot this, and now we're a half hour in, but if you are watching and enjoying what you hear, I would super appreciate it if you would just grab the link and share it on your social media channel, like on Facebook or whatever. I don't know why the Facebook thing didn't work today, but that's why I promote the Twitch and the YouTube, because those are reliable. And someday we'll make it so that the Facebook one's reliable too, but here we are. Anyway, so back to the idea of the smooth number. Yeah, we were like beating our heads to try to come up with a song idea, and suddenly I went, well, this is our song, the smooth number. So I'm gonna play you Smooth Number, which is by myself and Tim. Ta-da. There we go. The revolutionary French, with guillotines and red berets, contrived to make the world make sense. The year 360 days, split into quarters or in thirds. 5 festivals to end the year. Poetic, secular, their words. Égalité, their nom de guerre. Divide by 2, divide by 3. You're the perfect one for me. Divide by 4, divide by 6. Ignore the parts that we can't fix. Divide by 8, divide by 9. Believe me when I say I'm fine. You're a smooth number. You're a smooth number. We couldn't hinder Thermidor. We couldn't halt the march of time. So what's the sense in keeping score? Let's settle while we're in our prime. And now I'm in your arms again, like contrapuntal rock and roll. It's not oppressive or arcane. We'll carve it up to keep it whole. Divide by 2, divide by 3. You're the perfect one for me. Divide by 4, divide by 6. Ignore the parts that we can't fix. Divide by 8, divide by 9. Believe me when I say I'm fine. You're a smooth number. You're a smooth number. How many ways can you cut up the cake? If I don't have the bread, can you cut me a break? Will you throw me a bone? We broke all of the plates. If we don't lose our heads, will you stay? Divide by 2, divide by 3. You're the perfect one for me. Divide by 4, divide by 6. Ignore the parts that we can't. Divide by 8, divide by 9. Leave me when I say I'm fine. You're a smooth number. You're a smooth number. You're a smooth number. You're a smooth number. Smooth number. All right, let's bring Tim and Olivia back onto the screen.
I actually have an extra credit problem, or an exercise that's left to the reader. What's the smallest number that all the numbers that that Amy sang go into?
36. Oh.
So all the way up
it is
to 9.
It is not the 36. It is 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9.
Oh.
Let you think about that during the next song.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I mean, except for you. It's not a good idea for you to think about it in the next song, since
Why?
you're probably
Depends on
singing
what I
the
play
next song.
Why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9.
Dad jokes with Amy Kachuk.
That's like, I don't know, the math joke that I know.
I was going to ask, have you guys heard of Vihart ever?
Sounds
Amy?
familiar.
I'll put a link in our little private chat for you. She is one of my heroes. She's like this young. She's a self-proclaimed musician. First of all, she really her breakout video was her. It was a 3-part YouTube video where she explained the Fibonacci sequence through doodling spirals in her notebook.
I
in
have.
a mouse. Okay.
I have seen this. Yes, amazing. There's a lot of math in music, and I think that was what was fun about writing that song. Was it's supposed to be in 12/8. Hard to tell with just the ukuleles and the vocals, but
Yeah.
someday we'll record it with bass and drums and trombone, and then it'll all make sense. Anyway, so
that divides me, so to speak. I was wondering if you guys would let me know, you and Tim, if you would let me know, should I do a song that has numbers in it? Or should I do a song that is similar, like a waltz over 6/8?
both.
Okay.
I mean, we got time for a couple more.
This song is on my Patreon in recent months, in the past, within the past, I think it was like 3 or 4 months ago. Tim Lewandowski happened to be in Seattle, Washington, which is just about 4.5 hours from my house. So I drove across the state to go find the man with the trombone, and I shoved him into a recording studio with a couple other friends, and we recorded the song. You're off work at 5, you're 6 feet under in blue, while I am up in 7th heaven with 8,000 things to do. I'm hot to try for life, my baby, what you waiting for? We can get away with less, we can get away with more. You're just in time for curtain, and we're out by 9 p.m., but you have got to love yourself enough to walk home with a 10. You've seen me in daylight maybe 1 or 2 times, but I'm 3 times the lady at night. You can tell there was trombone soloing right here. Well, they gather like moths, they're lining up by the score, but they get cheaper by the dozen when their egos are a chore. I've fallen once or twice since I was barely sweet 16, but it's not just that you're nice, that I've never felt more seen. Just take me when I'm quiet, baby, take me when I'm loud, when I'm low, when I'm high, when I'm really, really proud. You've seen me in daylight maybe 1 or 2 times, but I'm 3 times a lady at night. I'm 1 time the lady, 1 time the lady, 2 times the lady, 2 times the lady, and 3 times the lady at night.
Hooray!
Thank you.
I am awkwardly close to the screen. Hooray. So I hope our small but faithful audience is enjoying our stream today. If it's not painfully obvious, we are all good friends, and this is very fun for us. And I hope that we're also entertaining and fun for you, dear listeners. So we've got some more songs for you today, and definitely feel free to chime into the comment section if you have requests. But in the meantime, I'm going to honor a request from Olivia. So, yeah. So we were talking about post Me Too movement and how this song has sort of changed in my mind. And the truth is that I wrote this song. So the song is called "Like a Boss," and the origin was actually a friend of ours had said something about that she was seducing her boss, perhaps, and the quote "like a boss" came into play, and I was like, oh, that's a song idea. And so I just went and found all the office lingo that could possibly be construed as some sort of a pickup line or a come on. And at the time that I wrote it, which is not that long ago, right, it seemed to me empowering and sort of like female power. Like I think that it's great for women to own their own desire and to be able to pursue as well as being the pursued. um and in terms that anyone in our audience can understand, it's okay for me to give a valentine to a boy and not just to expect a boy to give me one, right? But after the Me Too thing, this song about sort of seducing the boss suddenly seemed highly awkward, and so I haven't played it as much in these days. But anyway, this is a song about work. Yeah. So let's do it. And by the way, we recorded this one with Tim on trombone, and you should hear that. And so I'm going to put up my little link here. You can check out all our music and well, all of Tim's and my music that we've done together at my amychark.bandcamp.com. Um, and you should definitely also check out Olivia. But I'll play a song now. Here we go. Okay. Time to get that mouth trumpet happening. I see you're working late. You're really on the ball. But I need some FaceTime, not just a conference call. I wanna show you my proposal. It is red hot. Come on and work me like a boss. I'm sending you my memo, my intra-office mail. It's a synergistic strategy that's too good to fail. I wanna show you my solution. It's in and out of the box. Come on and work me like a boss. I've seen plenty other projects couldn't get off the ground, but this one you can really wrap your arms around. My long-term assets are sure to appreciate if you have got the resources to allocate. I'm a real team player and I multitask all those action items on top of your desk. You bring the PowerPoint, I'll bring the awesome sauce. Come on and work me like a boss. My mission statement's easy to conceptualize. It's a win-win transaction we'll internalize. It's ready to leverage. I mean, it's really turnkey. And I'd suggest you get on top of it ASAP. Let's move it forward. It's something you can get behind. Let's take it to the next level and increase our piece of pie. We'll drill down and dig deep and really make it pop. Come on and work me like a boss. There you go. By request for Olivia Brownlee, like a boss.
Thank you. Thank you. And I saw that it was also for Erica. So I'm...
Hooray. Yay. So in a comment that has tag back to way earlier, my dad says glow-in-the-dark stickers were around when he was little. So
interesting.
Glow in the dark. I remember I had a friend who was an exchange student from Japan, and I taught her the phrase glow in the dark. She knew glow in the dark, but she didn't know the English words glow in the dark, and so that was exciting.
Do you remember what it is in Japanese?
No. Sadly. Okay. I remember Obasan, which is like grandma. I know a few words, but my pronunciation's probably terrible too.
Fair. Yeah, me too. You would not want to hear me speak Japanese. Cool.
So
what next?
Yay.
I was singing harmonies.
All right. Yeah, it's a real shame we couldn't all play together. In fact, what if we tried playing together?
Mm.
We used to have a feature on this show called Treat or Trainwreck, in which we would try to play a song together remotely, but I've never done that with 3 people before. So, Tim, I guess you're going to have to, I don't know,
Oh, I
clap?
got something ready. Don't you worry.
Oh, all right.
Maybe some blues.
That may exceed my skill at this instrument, playing a song.
A song.
I can play something.
Should we play like a blues in G or something?
A blues in G.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Get it.
All right.
We'll each take a verse. This will be amazing. Wait, that's the wrong harp.
There you go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ah! It's a virtual trombone. I got bad news, baby. We trying to stream. I got bad news, Olivia. It's sounding like a bad, bad dream. 'Cause we got the lag so bad, it makes me wanna scream. Your turn. Ooh. It's your turn to take a verse. 'Cause I made up the first one. Now it's somebody else's turn
that I
to
make
take a
up the
verse.
second one.
That's right.
And if you really pay attention, you'll find it doesn't mean anything at all.
But it couldn't be any worse.
It actually sounded like something.
That went a lot better than I expected, I'll be honest.
That I think it was just slow tempo helped a bit, but
I think the slow tempo and you and me playing, shall we say, sloppy instruments.
That was like a sloppy kiss. That was great.
A 3-way sloppy kiss. There we go. Is that?
Thank you, Erica. Oh my god.
wow. Well, that That just made my day. That was wonderful. Yeah. Oh, so I think I need to play another song, and then it's gonna be 6 o'clock, and
Yeah.
I think today is Super Bowl Sunday, and we got Bad Movie Night to get to as well, right? At first, I was thinking, how's this gonna work with Tim being on the West Coast and or in the I mean, in the not in the West Coast, in the Central Time Zone. Like, oh yeah, well, he's in a different time zone, but we're still doing everything in Eastern Time. So
We've got 3 time zones here today.
3 time zones. Oh my
Yes.
god. Oh my god.
Represent.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much to our audience for tolerating us today. Oh no. No. So my dad plays the trombone now, and he just says the deceased trombonists are turning over in their grave.
That if anybody is interested in that app, it is called, appropriately enough, iBone.
Oh. There you
And
go,
it's totally
Dad.
worth the $2 or whatever it is.
I mean, it looked and sounded surprisingly trombone-like. You know, if you did a teeny tiny trombone on your phone. Yeah, yep. So I gotta do this other song that Tim and I wrote together. Complete change of topic. Um, so actually, Tim wrote this song and then brought it to me. And as I said a couple weeks ago, it's like Tim went on vacation to Bora Bora, and all I got was this song. But in fact, it is an amazing song, and he brought it back and said, "Hey, I just need a little help finishing this song and figuring out the chords." And so I think I contributed like a handful of words and chords, but really, this is Tim's song, and this is called "Bored in Bora Bora." So here we go. I would keep you up here so everyone can see your reactions, but I don't know. Is that cool, or do you want to?
Sure.
All right.
I'll
So,
mute myself so I don't
all right.
accidentally start bawling during it. So
Oh no. Well, you can always I think you can mute your video if you need to. But what do you do when you're bored in Bora Bora? Blue in your beachfront bungalow, in the sand and the sun. You've had all the fun you can have when you're drinking at a table for one. I would go back to before Bora Bora so I could bring you along. Hawaii, Tahiti, just come down and meet me. Be bored in Bora Bora with me. I would go back to before Bora Bora so I could bring you along. Hawaii, Tahiti, just come down and meet me. Be bored in Bora Bora with me. Hey, bored in Bora Bora. Let's bring Olivia.
That was
that
awesome.
was gorgeous. Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you. I've been having a lot of fun with that. It really loves being played on the ukulele, even though we wrote a lot of hard chords into it.
I mean, it was written on a sailboat on the ukulele, so
That's right.
very appropriate.
I
I
took
feel
out
like
some of the
like
really hard.
sometimes I'm like, oh, I really want it to be the kind of, full of ennui song. And sometimes I'm like, okay, now a tap interlude.
Yeah, see, in my mind, it's a musical from the
Mm.
40s. And, it's like your main character is sitting at a cafe table next to the beach, s- strumming their ukulele, playing this song, and then by the end of the first verse, of the first chorus, born in Bora Bora with me. And then the string section comes in, and there's like a fantasy waltz scene,
Yeah,
or not
Oh yeah,
waltzing,
the
it's four
dream
four,
sequence,
but
like those dream
the
sequences from
ballet.
musicals in the 50s. Like
it's
like every there was a period where every musical had this like crazy dream sequence.
Yeah,
Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire
Hmm.
dancing
Gene
on the
Kelly.
beach, or
Yeah,
yes, um, and a big like orchestral thing, and then they sing together as a duet at the end, and
and then they go like this when the dream is over.
Hmm.
oh. Well, we are at 6 o'clock here. Do you want to hear one more from Olivia? I think we should hear one more from Olivia before we
Okay, a
call it.
fast one.
All right. And by the way, I
Uh,
should mention again, if anyone's watching and enjoying, please do feel free to tip. Tips are welcome. And there's my Venmo and PayPal, and I'll just leave that up there for you. I'll share all tips with Olivia. We really super appreciate it. This serves two purposes for us musicians during the pandemic. One, it's a good platform to be able to share music with a live audience as such, and secondly, it gives us a little trickle of income, like busking, which is fraught these days of pandemic
And
times.
cold,
and cold.
Yeah, it's
cold
a
these
little
days.
cold. Although yesterday it was 60 degrees here, and Roland was definitely out in the square with his electric guitar, rocking some Elvis.
Fascinating because it was negative here.
Oh,
I
Still went
mean,
skiing.
yesterday it was nice here. It was just sunny and chilly,
all
like one
right.
of those.
Ah, Seattle, or Spokane, I mean. All right, let's hear one more from Olivia, and then I will say farewell.
Okay, I'm gonna do a new one. The cat watches birds the way I watch the ships. Long away, fight away, so long. The cat watches birds while I count all the slips. Long away, fight away, so long. I did not play solitaire, didn't want to. Long away, fight away, so long. Did not play solitaire yesterday, too. Long away, fight away, so long. Long away, fight away, soul away, la. Long away, fight away, soul away, la. Long away, fight away, soul away, la. Long away, fight away, soul, la. The gentleman snores in his deepest of sleep. Long away, fight away, so long. The gentleman snores while I count all the sheep. Long away, fight away, so long. I ain't been a pastor and fighting's a chore. Long away, fight away, so long. You can't win religion and you cannot win war. Long away, fight away, so long. Long away, fight away, soul away, long. Long away, fight away, soul away, long. Long away, fight away, soul away, long. Long away, fight away, soul long. To live hand to mouth is the lay of the land. Long away, fight away, so long. But bad goes to worse when the mouth eats the hand. long away, far away, so lost. Sometimes when I can't figure out what I need, long away, far away, so lost. Turns out I'm just thirsty. Long away, far away, soul away, la. 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 Long away, far away, soul la. The cat watches birds the way I watch the bay. Both of us thinking I'm gonna catch one someday.
Okay, I loved the song. Amazing. So good. I also played ukulele.
It's one of those songs that makes a lot more sense in company.
Mm. Okay. Well, it made sense. Just, I don't know. It had a vibe and I dug it. And I want to play like a little ukulele. What do you call the part that's not like a solo?
Descant?
Yeah, like a ukulele descant on that. It sounded cool to me. Anyway.
Let's talk.
All right. Well, and it is now that time that we must, alas, say goodbye. So I want to thank again our audience for joining us today. And I would like to thank Tim Lewandowski for joining us all the way from Minnesota, and Olivia Brownlee for being here from Spokane, Washington. You can find Olivia on her Songography, which is, I'm going to put that up here again, patreon.com/obrownlee, and check out her songs that are there. Can non-patrons listen to some of the songs? Are there samples where they're available?
Yeah,
Cool.
I made most of the songs available during COVID, at least to listen to, if not to download.
Awesome. What's the title of the one that we did together that I sang with you?
That one, good question, is called Everything is Coming Down.
Everything is Coming Down. Yes. I wish we could sing that together in person, in real time. Someday.
To get some brass in the room.
Yes. So someday the three of us will again be in the room. By the way, I tried to find a picture of us together to promote this show, and there were no pictures where we didn't look ridiculous. I was like, or something.
Well, I was just going into my chat with, my text message thread with you two, and I realized the one of the postcards you sent me was a Olivia Brownlee drawing of you two next to each other.
Yep.
So yeah,
could just as easily have been a Amy Kacharik drawing. That was
so Amy, I think you both sent me a different. I think there was an Amy postcard and an Olivia postcard, but the Olivia one was of you two, and the Amy one was. Let me just maybe I should just show you if my.
If your phone will.
Oh, it's disappearing in the pool.
I know.
There.
I could use a swim. Yay! Oh yes, I remember that one.
Oh yeah. And I drew the one that looks like a movie. I'm real fond of you. Yay. Aw.
Definitely helped me in November 2020. That's for sure.
You're a good sport, Tim.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to keep on keeping on and making art and music. And if y'all want to patronize us, it would be helpful to to make that happen. But we're really glad that you were here today. Oh, Gordon Nash just got here in time to say goodbye. Well, you can always catch the replay, watch it after the fact. But we appreciate you dropping by. And I love you guys. I can't wait to see you in person. And now it's time for the Super Bowl. So I hear that the halftime show has been like the Trumpers are telling us not to watch the halftime show. So I normally don't watch the Super Bowl at all, but I might try to tune into the halftime show just because they said not to. Mm. Tim's lost his volume.
I think that the halftime show is going to be a bunch of stars of '90s gangster rap, like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, other like in a couple more modern ones. So I think it's going to be a kind of an all-star cast.
That sounds cool. All right. Well, we're gonna call it now. So thank you again, and we'll see you next time. Right next week, I think I have Jesse De Silva here with me, and the week after that, I will be live from Aeronaut from 3 to 5 again with Greg Toro on bass, and I'll tell you more about that one next time. So take care.
Bye.